Morning, morning, everybody. Michelle is here. Michelle is here. January the 3rd, 2024. And I think it's a Friday. Yep, on a Friday. Ooh, first video of 2025. I thought I'd come on through. I took, I mean, the last 2 to 3 weeks were resting hours, resting times for me. It was an opportunity for me to be reflective, look at what I've done, consider what I want to do, and just keep things moving forward. This year, 2025, is no different than a million years ago. Really isn't. It's just the visual effects of everything. As far as our consciousness is concerned, there are some that are still operating off of 2,000 years old concepts and realities, and maybe even further than that, but we'll just stick with 2,000 years, where we are just not using our consciousness as it was designed, and so I'm just coming through to help and guide, present some guidance and some lend a helping hand, as they say, while at the same time, when I start consulting, earning an income, earning a income to get my needs met. Unfortunately, we live in a material, well, it's not unfortunate because that comes with the lessons of being a human being, but we've gone extreme as far as materialism is concerned. We have extreme hoarding, we have extremism, where, it has nowhere else to go but to collapse. We were taught a while ago, as long as I've been self-educating myself with certain people and tools, we've caused this planet to be unsustainable. This planet cannot sustain all of us. And we're close to almost, as I said, 10 billion people on a planet that was only suited to handle under a billion. Look at the math, everyone. And our scientists, unfortunately, have been corrupted for a while. Like I said, you look at the eye nublia, when that was discovered, our scientists have been corrupted from the beginning. Eye of God, nublia. Our scientists have corroded everything. Everything's corroded. Everything is degenerate, and it's gonna take some time to regain certain things. I think we were told in about 200 years, a lot of people are going to realize what happened, and they're going to realize the climb to how to get out of it, and it's going to involve finding sustainable planets to live on. Planet Earth was supposed to be our home, to where we complete a level of our evolution, but we keep falling off of our accountabilities and responsibilities to ourselves, and it's usually these so-called intellectual minds of people, scientists, engineers, that fuel the continual decline, the continual devolvement, degeneracy more so than ever, deviancy, perversion, and that usually comes from the masculine energy. And the masculine energy is exclusively the dominant in biological men. It's all biology. Pay attention to nature. Pay attention to, understand what biology means. I know a lot of us may have taken it in wherever courses that it was taught, but a lot of us are disregarding everything. We disregard science, we disregard biology, we disregard this, we especially disregard energy. We attempt to manipulate everything, invade everything, take over everything, and believe it's just the arrogance of it all, that you, an individual, and it's usually in these, like I said, these so-called intellectual minds, have this belief of your power and your capabilities. And you And if you knew the where planet Earth stood, if you can be on the outside of planet Earth and you're looking into the universe, you know, planet Earth is barely a grain of sand, even smaller than that. And then we have these so-called intellectual minds attempting to teach us, but they're not necessarily teaching us anything. They want to control, manipulate, and deceive. So 2025 for me is going to be business as usual. I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to keep evolving myself. I'm going to help others to evolve themselves and get people back on the right track, so that you can kind of put a halt to some of the destruction. Because what will save any one of us is the energy of our thoughts. We're all energy. So the energy of our thoughts is what's going to save us. Remember, our material bodies are like a coat or like a t-shirt. You take it off, there it is, there you are. And so when you are buried, you become an organic matter for the planet, just like plants, just like animals. It's all the same. Just like nature, pay attention to nature. Nature attempts to alert you, but for a lot of people, we've ignored nature, the biodiversities of nature, and how nature is teaching us. Planet Earth can work beautifully without human beings, but planet Earth cannot survive without animals and biodiversity. Okay, so 2025 for me is going to be business as usual. I'm going to keep it moving. But during 2025, I expect to be talking live with people, meeting people face to face, talking to people in groups. Blah blah blah. I mean, there's billions and billions and billions of people on this planet, which means there's billions and billions and billions of opportunities. So hopefully this year, 2025, we'll ground ourselves. I mean, at least the ones that are supposed to ground yourselves properly and get a grip on your life and stop with these hallucinations and these delusional thinking about how powerful you think you are. I'm disappointed with a lot of the innately inclines, but that's to be expected. I told you a lot of the innately inclines have devolved. Okay, they're relying on religion. They're relying on tarot cards. They're relying on palm reading, magic, witchcraft, voodoo, potions. They're relying on that type of esoteric, expired tools, because that's all they are. They're just expired tools. And a lot of them refuse to see past that. When the innately inclines believe they need tarot cards and reading palms, that means they have low confidence in themselves. That's all that means to me. They have low confidence in themselves. They do not trust their skills and abilities. So that's why I said you need to, if you choose to, everything's free will as well. Get grounded. No one needs to know what you're doing. Replace these tarot cards, these palm readings, these esoteric fantasies of reading people, and replace it with genuine, actual knowledge. Trust yourself. Ground yourself. Okay? No one has to know you're doing that. And in a small way, start replacing all of that with genuine, actual, bona fide knowledge. The truth is the truth, regardless. And I know a lot of people are going to be pissed. I mean, it's not funny, but it is. I mean, God, you ought to know better. But a lot of people are going to realize they have been scammed. They have been involved in charlatan, fraudulent involvement, giving their money away to these charlatans and these people, participating in hocus pocus. That's basically all it is. It's hocus pocus. They're lying to you. They it's so easy to find out anything about me. All you got to do is research me deeply online. You'll know everything about me there, because that's where everything's stored. And everything has been stored about me and others for almost 50 years, maybe more. But let's just stay with our lifetimes. Everything has been stored about us. and some type of device. Okay, and now is, so that's why it's going to be so easy for artificial intelligence to create clones or whatever, androids, these type of not necessarily non-human type of human beings. A lot of people are going to have more faith in non-human human beings than they do in their neighbors, and that's because of safety factors. That masculine energy is a fortified. I mean, it has allowed itself to become fortified criminal energy. A lot of that masculine energy, and so somehow we're just going to have to figure out how to properly neutralize it within the feminine and create the necessary balance. And I'm not talking about male, biological men. I'm talking about that masculine energy that's necessary as well. You need the both, but you don't need the degeneracy of any of it. And that's where we are. We're degenerate on both ends, actually, on the masculine and the feminine. So, as I've said, over the course of time, we have our work set out for us. I'm up for the challenge. I put myself in this willfully. I told you this is free will for me. I could have easily just, whatever, for some reason, I did not anticipate any of this. So sometimes you get pushed in certain ways to conquer things and to be a part of something. And that is what happened to me. And and so there's a timing of things that you may not plan for, is my point. Some people, because that's the whole value to evolving your consciousness. If we were given all the information, and we have been, if we had been given everything that we are supposed to know about everything, then what is the purpose of a human being? It would not be a purpose. You're supposed to discover things. You're supposed to develop yourself. You're supposed to, take a journey, take an adventure. You're supposed to see the value in some type of what's that word? Arduous. I can never pronounce it. Let's see if I can find that word I'm looking for. Let's see how it sounds. Let's see. Arduous. You need something that's demanding, that's difficult, that's strenuous. You need to climb and put it all in a metaphor, put it in a parable. It's literal, figuratively, and metaphorically. You need some difficulties. You need sometimes a push. You need to have certain dreams. And I mean, and my dreams have been bright, and I used to attempt to understand my dreams, but I don't invade. You don't want to invade your dreams either. Let your dreams, let your subconscious, let your conscious, let all of those natural energetic components reveal themselves to you, and they will. Be open. Suspend your ego. Suspend your labels. Suspend your titles. Suspend everything you think you know about yourself, and leave yourself vulnerable. No one has to know that. Let's make that clear, because yes, you can be exploited, okay, and taken advantage of, but you do that in your own safe space around people that you feel safe with, and reveal yourself. Allow stuff to be revealed to you, because it comes from the outside in. It comes from the universe in. It comes from the creational energy into you. You cultivate it, contemplate it, properly meditate on it, properly ruminate, and then your consciousness will reveal the ideas of it and how to accomplish it and how to make it solid, make it real, make it materialize. So I'm going to stop right there. I got things to do this morning on this Friday, but I'm enthusiastic about 2025, just as I was about 2022, 2017, since the inception, when I was a young girl, all that enthusiasm about what is really going on here. I still have that same passion. I still have that same drive, and I'm going to strive, and I'm going to make it happen for myself, and I'm going to make it happen for you, those of you that resonate with me. Peace and love, and trust me, I will be back.